live on top of the indoor track inside of the field house at Lake Orion High School, just outside of downtown Lake Orion, Michigan. For tonight, 2 teams enter, only one will come out victorious. It's Clarkston taking on Lake Orion here for the ONTV Game of the Week. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ben Shadle, and as always, I am blessed and fortunate to be joined by my partner in crime and co-commentator for tonight's contest, Matthew Corrigan. And Matthew, tonight we've seen a tale, of 2 teams that have seen a bunch of each other over the past couple of years. How does a rivalry as special as this one between Lake Orion and Clarkston impact the game here tonight?
I think it impacts it a lot, especially just from a home crowd standpoint. It adds to the element of the game. It adds to the physicality of the game, and it adds to the risk of the game. You definitely don't want to lose this one. I think that is what it adds to the game.
You're 100% right, Matt. I mean, these 2 teams have so much history between both of each other. You know, last year district championship, we could have even possibly be seeing a possible future district championship here tonight. We'll see as the season pans out.
Looks like for the Clarkston Wolves starting, we have Ellie Robeck, Ellery Hernandez, Brooklyn Covert, Elia Morgner, and Emily Valencia.
And for the Dragons, as Charlotte Poplowski went the tip-off, you have number 11, Ellie Britt, number 41, Ryan Polacek, number 20, Charlotte Poplowski, number 44, Nevaeh Wood, and number 24, Izzy Watlinski, as Watlinski starts the ball off for the Dragons. Now Watlinski taking it left side, over to Nevaeh Wood. Polacek has it, left corner, down low to Poplowski. Poplowski is going to be tipped and stolen away by the Wolves. Here goes Clarkston up the court and in for an and one basket. What a play right there by Brooklyn Covert.
Yeah, jumped up to draw the foul and get the layup. What a great play.
Covert only one of 2 freshmen on this Clarkston roster, along with Lexi Fry, a freshman in a starting lineup here for a varsity team. Very intriguing as we move forward, Matthew.
Yeah, as Nevaeh Wood gets the rebound, but definitely very unusual for a freshman to start on a varsity team, especially in a game like this.
Ellie Britt has it now. She's going to look for a little bit of help up top. Defensive pressure is strong. Polacek. Moving left. Spin move, picks up her dribble. Backdoor cut to Watlinski, up and in off the white square.
Great assist by Polacek there, finding the inside lane to the bucket.
Great play right there as the Dragons' camaraderie shows high and strong here tonight. Here goes Clarkston. That's going to be Hernandez. Tipped, almost stolen away as Roback has it now. Roback driving in from the free throw line. Incorrect answer as Polacek gets the rebound. Poplowski, the junior, now up to Britt. Ellie Britt over to Polacek. The senior co-captain now, one of the big-time leaders in this Dragons team. Nevaeh Wood has it. Off of Poplowski's foot, and it will go out of bounds. That'll be the first turnover of the night for LO.
Yeah, costly mistake for the Dragons. You want to rebound from that, especially right now. You can't let that get into your head.
Covert now, the freshman, has it going right side, picks up her dribble. Hernandez now. Here goes Roback. Roback going right side, picks up her dribble, goes left side. Whistle, and it appears to be a jump ball as contact was administered in the air. Possession arrow favors Clarkston.
That's a great play by Nevaeh Wood, getting her arms but only touching the ball, giving the possession arrow back to them next time they get a jump ball.
And now it's going to be down low, back out to Hernandez. Hernandez driving right baseline. Pass almost stolen away. So now Clarkston has it down low. Shot put up, no good. Rebounded, though. Tried to be put back up by Morgner. And a whistle and a foul. That's going to be on the senior Ellie Britt. Britt, a senior who took a leave of absence from this program for the past 2 years. Now back on this team, seeing significant playing time in the starting lineup.
I 100% agree. I think she's definitely been the factor of recent for this team. I think that is the matchup to watch. Brooklyn Covert versus Ellie Britt, the freshman, versus the comeback senior. That is just a storyline that writes itself. But she already has 2 fouls. She has to watch it.
Yeah, you are exactly right, Matthew. As Nevaeh Wood rebounds the second missed free throw. Wood, the junior, former Wildcat transfer now, driving in right side, puts the ball up, and Nevaeh Wood stays in a slump as of recent, as that will be another foul on Ellie Britt. Covert tried to save a ball going out of bounds, and Britt must have hit her too hard, as now the senior goes to the bench, and number 15, Riley House, will check in for her.
It's a smart play by the coach. Bridges out there saving Britt for when it matters most. It's been a tough first quarter for her.
And Ellie Britt, really known as a sharpshooter, the main big player of this team, as Ellie Roback, the sophomore, hits the deep three-point shot.
It's a huge three, especially gaining the momentum since Britt is out. You go up, shoot a three, get it to net connect. That is huge for the Clarkston.
And Polacek has it left side now. Down low to Poplawski. Picks up her dribble, looks for some help, finds House. House puts it up. No good, and it's going to be rebounded as now Clarkston takes it up the court. There is a fast break opportunity. It's going to be no good as Watlinski gets the rebound after the great defensive efforts. Izzy Watlinski, crossover, finds some separation now. Over to Wood, over to Poplawski in the left-hand corner for three, no good. Polacek gets the rebound though, down low to Nevaeh Wood. Going in herself, and she hits the basket. Nevaeh Wood with the extremely qualified play there for the Dragons.
That is someone I've been waiting to see. Nevaeh Wood kind of in a slump right now. She has the physicality in this game to really make a difference.
And there's a traveling violation as Valencia heads to the bench. Replacing her is number 23 senior Claire Walker. And Watlinski to bring it up the court past the half-court line now for LO. Charlotte Poplawski has it right side. Calling for a screen from her senior co-captain. Now it's Nevaeh Wood, right corner. Passes it back to Poplawski for the three, beyond the three-point line, no good. Contact down low, whistle, and a foul on the Dragons. That's going to be on Riley House as Clarkston to inbound.
That's unfortunate for the Dragons. 4 fouls already for the team, 0 for Clarkston. That might be a factor going in later to this game.
It's going to be something that we all have to watch as this game moves along. Now Covert, she's going to give it over to Walker. Walker to Roback. Roback for the three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Nevaeh Wood. Nevaeh Wood, deep pass, cross court to Watlinski. Watlinski puts it up, no good, doesn't even hit rim. And whistle jump ball this time. The possession arrow favors Lake Orion, so the Dragons will retain possession. Marley Mazer is going to check in now as Ellery Hernandez goes to the bench. Junior on junior exchange as Poplawski finds Nevaeh Wood off the inbound. Charlotte Poplawski driving right side, puts up the long two-point shot. It's batted out of bounds off of Poplawski's hands, and the Wolves will take over the ball.
Poplawski kind of having a rough start to the night, 0 for 3 from the field. Hopefully she gets it back going later into this first quarter.
Well, you know what I like to see, Matt? I like to see Charlotte Poplawski making a lot more decisions, taking a lot more shots, taking a lot more risk. Because earlier in this season, the Dragons relied upon her heavily, and that's going to be an out-of-bounds air ball shot. Dragons will take over. The Dragons relied on her heavily, and she was very hesitant to make a move. Now we're seeing more moves being made. Whether they're makes or misses, the makes will come as the season goes along.
I 100% agree. She has potential. I mean, that is not a doubt. She is fast. She is quick. You can see it. And she gets open, which is a huge responsibility from her position. But yeah, I just agree. She needs to get more makes.
Riley House now for the three-point shot. No good as it falls short, and Roback takes it up the court, tries to make a deep pass, though it's going to be deflected. Watlinski, 3-on-1 opportunity. Nevaeh Wood back down low to Watlinski, puts it up and through for 2. Izzy Watlinski converts on the easy lay-in to push the Dragons in the lead. As now Claire Walker for the triple. Can she convert? No good. Whistle, stoppage of play. The ref is signaling for a foul. That will be on Seatown as Orion will inbound the ball. And Clarkston looking to make another substitution. This time Valencia checks back in, and Covert heads to the bench for head coach Aaron Goodnow.
This is the first time the freshman is checking out of the game. Let's see how the Dragons respond from that youthful.
And now Watlinski has it. Poplawski now at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Polacek. Riley House has it. Nevaeh Wood going left side, trying to create separation. Whistle, foul. This time it appears to be on Roback.
Clarkston catching him back up to the Dragons in fouls. This is good to see for the Dragons, finally dominating their physical appearance.
And now Poplawski to inbound it for Orion after the foul. Watlinski has it at the top of the key. Izzy Watlinski finds Charlotte Poplawski and trying to call some offensive possessions. Poplawski picks up her dribble, finds Riley House. House trying to get it down low. That's not going to work as Poplawski almost steals it. Here goes Claire Walker taking it up the court. Walker gives it to Mazer. Over to Roback for the three. No good. Tipped out of bounds off of Seatown. And Lake Orion will inbound the ball.
Big stop for the Dragons as they're up one. They got to continue this dominance. They need to get that lead so when their more stars come back in, they can build on that.
And the Dragons have had a lot of history with Clarkston. Their first matchup this season, unfortunate for LO as the Dragons fell to the Wolves 60-48. Of course, both teams being inside of the OAA Red division, they're going to see each other at least twice a year. And as I mentioned previously, we might be looking at our future district matchup that could take place in the future.
100%. These teams always find a way to play against each other. In every sport, it feels like it definitely could be something that play factor in the future.
Riley House now has it. Over to Polacek. Ryan Polacek going left side baseline. Finds Poplawski, swings it to Watlinski. Down low to Polacek on the block, making a move. Puts it up. No good as it falls, but that is going to be a whistle that sends Polacek to the free throw line. 6-5 is your score. Just under a minute left to go in the first quarter.
Dragons finally getting fouls to go their way. This is good to see for the Dragons, especially for Nevaeh Wood and Polacek, as they are those main foul getters for the Dragons.
And Polacek hits her first one here, extending that lead to 7-5. As Claire Walker heads out, Ellery Hernandez checks back in for Clarkston. Polacek now, one of the four seniors on this Dragons team, puts it up and through for one this time. 8-5 is your score, just under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Here goes Clarkston. It's going to be Mazer. Hernandez now taking a wide open triple, short, and that ball looked like it had just been voted off of the island mat. As Riley House has it now, pass to Nevaeh Wood. Nevaeh Wood puts it up and through for two.
This is a great stretch the Dragons are on, going on a 6-0 run. This is great to see from them.
This is what rivalry games will do for you, as that ball was trying to be saved. Charlotte Poplawski gets the board and puts it up and in. Charlotte Poplawski showing her strengths on both the offensive and defensive end here late in the first quarter.
This is great to see, especially going into an intermission of the first quarter. You like getting that momentum as the Dragons.
And now it's going to be Covert, the freshman. Over to Hernandez. Here goes Clarkston. Mazer driving right baseline, down to the last second, puts it up, and it's going to go through. Be counted, though, is the question. And we welcome you back here to some second quarter action. 22-16 is your score with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. We apologize as we had some technical difficulties behind the scenes, but it appears that we have gotten them all worked out. And the Dragons now take the ball after a 30-second timeout by head coach Bob Bridges. Poplawski now, as Clarkston stays in their zone defense that they've been running for a while. And that is a miss. Whistle, stoppage of play, and it appears to be another Lake Orion foul, as with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the first half, the Clarkston Wolves will inbound the ball. as Ellery Hernandez checks in. Claire Walker heads back to the bench for Seatown.
Yeah, for a little recap of what we missed, Clarkston goes on a tear, gets a 6-point lead, and that's where we're at now.
Roback, the sophomore, gets it to Culver, back to Roback, going left side, driving in through the lane and up and off the backboard. What a play by Roback as she finds a lane and takes advantage of it. Walinsky trying to do her own way, and she does it with a 360 wrap around the rim. It finally falls through.
Couple of crafty layups there by both teams, getting around the defenders and putting it up, going to the basket.
Roback, go! Hits the three, and with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the first half, Ellie Roback extends the lead 27-18, as now we are approaching 2.5 minutes to go inside of the second quarter. Poplowski's stop, whistle, and a foul on Ellie Roback.
It looks like Polacek coming back in. That's what the Lake Orion Dragons need right now, down 9.
Poplowski is going to inbound the ball after Stroshine headed to the bench, and Watlinski has it up top. 2:25 left to go. Riley House, isolation, takes it right baseline, whistle. That's going to be a travel after she did not find a player to pass to in time. Took 3 steps, and there's another turnover. Here goes Clarkston. Brooklyn Colvert, the freshman, to bring it up now. Hernandez going right side, and Roback has it on. As now that's going to be over. And Hernandez going for the triple, does not go. Riley House gets the rebound, turns it over immediately. Culver going left side, contact, and 1. Buckets.
That's a huge play for Clarkston, taking advantage of House's mistake, giving it up and getting the and 1. That is a huge play for Clarkston.
Well, whatever Clarkston has found as of late has worked, as head coach Bob Bridges is not liking what he is seeing. Riley House and Charlotte Poplowski head to the bench as Shauna Cuesta and Danny Heck check in for Orion. Culver going for the N1. Can she convert? She does. Culver converts at the free throw line, and that extends the lead to 12. Danny Heck now breaking the trap, finds Watlinski. Right corner, down low to Polacek on the block by herself. Isolation style puts it up, contact. And that will send Ryan Polacek to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, and the Dragons need to just chip away at this lead going into halftime. 11:40 left, down 12. Polacek shooting 2 at the line. They just need to dig into this lead going into halftime, getting that momentum to come back firing in the third quarter.
Polacek, her first free throw is up, and after a lucky bounce off the front rim, it falls through. And a quick reminder to all fans watching out there, the new MHSAA rule this year established that there will be no more one-on-one free throw attempts. As Polacek misses it, Roback sent it up to Culver. Only 2 free throw attempts will be administered at the free throw line for both boys and girls varsity basketball this year, realistically at all levels as well. Now Hernandez, left side, finds Culver. That's going to be Clarkston, left side, 3-point shot, no good. Valencia almost hit that one as Watlinski gets poked away. Roback falls to the floor. She recovers. Nevaeh Wood driving left side baseline, finds Watlinski, swings it over to Danny Heck for the triple. No good, goes off the backboard. And here goes Seatown. Culver going down the floor, fast break opportunity, cannot hit it. Roback recovers though. Valencia at the top of the key, gives it to the sophomore Roback. Crossing over, going left side, finds a lane, puts it up. Whistle, no whistle, excuse me, as it's down back below to Roback. Chaotic set of possessions right here as the ball goes out of bounds, and Lake Orion will retain.
Yeah, that was very physical, by Lake Orion in the paint there. Kind of getting a little mixed up there in the past 5 seconds, but Lake Orion remains possession, gets the call out of bounds, and Heck will be passing it out.
Watlinski now, just under 40 seconds left to go in the first half. 30-19 is your score as Izzy Watlinski has it. Danny Heck going right side, down low to Polacek, finds a spot, puts it up, no good. And here we go, turnover now again as back goes to Clarkston. There goes rollback for the triple. It's short, falls, not through though. And Danny Heck is going to get poked, falls down, whistle, and a foul. This time it will be on Clarkston as that will send Danny Heck to the free throw line. 5 team fouls now for Clarkston. Puts the Dragons in the bonus.
That's unfortunate for the Wolves right there. I mean, there was only 11 seconds left, and they were trapped them in their own corner, giving up a foul like that. It seems like a, just useful waste of a foul.
Danny Heck now. She's going to go for her first free throw attempt. The younger sister of Kylie Heck, one of the 4 Golden Girl members last year of that starting rotation. She puts it up, and it's going to fall through. Her older sister, Kylie Heck, is currently at Cornerstone University playing there. As now Danny Heck puts up her second one, won't go. This time rebounded by Rollback, stolen away by Nevaeh Wood as she grabs the ball and puts it up and through. And it appears Rollback is in pain on the floor. She tries to get up, putting pressure on that leg, hobbles to the sideline on her own with a little bit of help from her assistant coach.
This is the worst case scenario if you're Clarkston going into halftime. I mean, Lake Orion does miss the free throw, but then you just give up a rebound. They get 2 points, and then one of your best players just gets injured.
As Clarkston airballs it right there. Time expires, and you were talking about that, Matt. That could be a huge loss for Clarkston as one of their starting members, sophomore Ellie Roback, number 3, looks to be in pain at the end of her bench. However, 30-22 is your score after the first half. We will be back after this short commercial break. We welcome you back here inside of the LOHS Fieldhouse for the ONTV Game of the Week between Clarkston and Lake Orion. Your score currently is 30-22 as we approach the end of the halftime here. Matt, what have we seen in the first half that, really showed us what's going to happen here in the second half?
Well, at the beginning, we saw a really good back and forth game from Lake Orion and Clarkston, but then Clarkston comes out in the second quarter, really delivers a lot of points to really increase their score. And then at the end, Lake Orion kind of brings it back, and obviously that was a huge loss from Ellie Roback at the end of that injury. It might play a factor into the second half, but it definitely was a closer game than expected for Clarkston. You're
definitely right, and we'll see how that injury of Ellie Roback impacts the game here for Seatown as we move on. Of course, Lake Orion started out on an incredible hot streak, going on a 6-0 run to increase their lead 10-6. However, then Clarkston came back after we had a little bit of technical difficulties here and stormed into the lead. Now moving into the third quarter, we'll see what happens here as the clock winds down and both teams break out of their huddles. And as we get ready for some third quarter action here at Lake Orion High School, what we've seen so far, Matt, is just mistake after mistake on both ends of the court. There's been a lot of easy shots that have been missed, a lot of easy opportunities on both offensive and defensive sides of the ball. That's got to be cleaned up here.
Yeah, it has been a little bit sloppy for both teams. I saw Dragons had a turnover at the end of last half, and that's just the stuff you don't want to see, but you kind of expect it. It's the jitters, it's the rivalry, but obviously it's second half, you got to get it out of your system.
Got to be locked in here now as Ellie Britt takes it past the half-court line. Britt, the senior. Finds Watlinski, and Clarkston is going to stay in their zone defense. As down low, Polacek threads the team, as that's going to be Poplawski. Right corner, three. Short, as it does not fall. Almost a turnover. Great play right there. As now Covert 2-on-1 fast break opportunity to Hernandez. She hits it. So we start the third quarter with some fast break action off of the missed shot from LO.
That was a good play by Clarkston. Noticing they had three people triple teaming the girl down low, passes out, fast break, boom, get the bucket.
Well, that's exactly what you're trying to do if you're Lake Orion. You want to put that ball in the hole inside of all the defenders, so all of the defenders for Clarkston converge in on her location. That allows you to spread that ball out to another player that's wide open for those three-point shots. The Dragons got the shot they want, they just didn't convert, and that's been a theme that we've seen happen multiple times here tonight. As Poplawski ready for her first free throw attempt after the foul. Puts it up and through. Nothing but net for the junior. As Kate Mayer, the senior, is going to check in for Clarkston. Morgner goes to the bench. Poplawski for her second one, and she's currently batting 1,000 after that free throw trip at the line. Bridges calls a 30-second timeout. And Matt, so far we've seen somewhat of the impact of Seatown losing Ellie Roback. How do you think that's going to affect the Wolves as we move further into the game?
I think it very negatively affects them because, look, the Dragons are getting Britt back. That's huge into this game when they're down, especially when she's their best three-point shooter, and then Clarkston's losing some of that perimeter defense. You just got it. There has to be a replacement for Clarkston if they want to maintain this lead. Yeah,
you're definitely right. I mean, in terms of what we've seen here tonight, Ellie Roback has been a huge player in Clarkston's early success. Now another Wolf has to step up in her leave of absence. As Clarkston will inbound it. Covert gets the inbound. Turnover. Watlinski takes the ball. Down low to Ellie Britt. Whistle as the ball flies out of bounds. That's going to be a foul on Clarkston, sending Ellie Britt to the line. And we've seen here exactly what Bridges' plan is in the second half. He wants to play aggressive defensively, moving the ball down low and forcing the Wolves to foul his players, sending the girls to the line. Ellie Britt puts the first one up, and it falls.
I think you're right on it. I mean, Lake Orion has kind of missed some of those easy shots. Well, free throws, there's no contests.
Yeah.
It's all you, make it or don't. That's definitely the greatest plan Bridges can come up with right now to get back into this game.
And Ellie Britt hits her second one as the Dragons continue their full court press. Trapping now. That ball's going to be thrown up to Hernandez. Hernandez going right side. Almost loses it, as now it's going to be Covert. Covert going in. Here goes Clarkston, as Mayer is going to travel with the ball in her hand. Turnover from Clarkston, as Lake Orion will retain possession.
This is bad for Clarkston. Literally getting nothing out of the half. It's just all Lake Orion. They gotta settle down, calm the nerves, get back into efficient basketball.
And Izzy Watlinski now has the chance to do that for the Dragons. Ellie Britt now, left corner, picks up her dribble, swings it over to Watlinski. Izzy Watlinski gives it to Poplawski. Poplawski, cross-court pass, down low to Polacek. Polacek puts it up after the spin move, and the Dragons close the lead down to 4. Whistle carry violation for Clarkston, and everything is going wrong now for Aaron Goodnow's team, as Izzy Watlinski to inbound the ball now for LO.
Yeah, unfortunately, Clarkston only has 2 points going into this third quarter, and Lake Orion has 6. It's not a winning mentality you gotta have. You gotta be better.
And Ellie Britt, there's the girl that we've been waiting for, as she hits one from beyond the three-point arc, narrowing the lead down to 1 point. Almost a turnover there for Clarkston. Great ball movement as Hernandez has it down low. Whistle, though, after some pretty heavy contact. That's going to send Hernandez to the free throw line.
I'm very interested what Bridges told the team at halftime. I mean, this is a whole new team we're seeing.
It seems to have worked, Matt. You're exactly right.
Obviously, Britt is back. That's a huge presence. But still, it feels like everyone is more connected on this Lake Orion team. There's much less sloppy play. I mean, they're a lot more connected as a team.
And it seems like this is what rivalry feels like. You know what I mean? This is what rivalry games should be. Very close and contested, tight-fought battles, especially between two teams that have seen so much of each other in the past couple of seasons, like Lake Orion and Clarkston. Hernandez hits her second one, and she is currently batting 1,000 at the free throw line from those past two free throw attempts. Charlotte Poplawski gives it to Britt. Britt now going for her second three-pointer. This time it won't fall. Nevaeh Wood, though, between her and Mazer, that's going to be a jump ball down low. Possession arrow favors Clarkston, and the Wolves will call a 30-second time out.
Well, it's good to see the Dragons get back into this game. I mean, firing back after all cylinders were lost in the first half. It's really good to see more of a competitive game. I say they have the momentum right now. So it's going to make it a very interesting game going forward with only, I mean, they got 5 minutes, 43 seconds left. But time moves fast, especially in basketball with this fast-paced offense.
You're definitely right, man. I mean, momentum has been a huge part of this Lady Dragon team so far this year. You know, they started out 7-0. They were riding an incredible hot streak early on. Then they played the West Bloomfield Lakers, lost 74-27 in a very unfortunate game. That forced the Dragons to sort of spiral out of control, losing 6 in a row, including that West Bloomfield game. Fortunately, they rebounded with a win against Birmingham Groves a couple of weeks ago. Now the Dragons are back on their hot streak as Clarkston has it. Polonchek is going to take the ball away as physicality is the main theme of that possession. And that will be a whistle and a foul on Clarkston as Poplawski is going to inbound it now. Checking in for the Wolves is Emily Valencia as Meyer goes back to the bench.
Yeah, you got to be careful for Clarkston. 3 fouls already in 2.5 minutes of play. You got to turn that down. You got to turn the physicality down. Maybe we'll play a little more safer so you can save some of those players for later.
Yeah. You're 100% right, man. I mean, we've seen what physicality is going to do in this game here tonight. As Watlinski goes left side, puts it up, and the floater works there. 4-LO once again. Lead. Score is going to be 34-33. Here goes Claire Walker. Claire Walker now on the right side. Walker over to Hernandez. Hernandez, that's going to be tipped and stolen away by Watlinski. 2-on-2, fast break opportunity. Watlinski almost travels. Gives it to Wood. Wood gives it to Polonchek. Back out to Watlinski for a 3. Short back off the front rim. Nevaeh Wood gets it, using her physicality down low. Gets her rebound after the miss. Tries to put it back up. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Staying with the Lady Dragons, however, as with 4 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 34-33 is your score here for the ONTV Game of the Week. Ellie Britt to inbound the ball now. All the way back to Izzy Watlinski. Watlinski gives it to Ellie Britt. Britt trying to create some separation up top. Swings it to Poplawski. Charlotte Poplawski now. Over to Britt in the corner. As Watlinski has the ball now at the top. Gives it to Charlotte Poplawski. Poplawski going left side. Picks up her dribble. Gives it to Polonchek. Polonchek moving. Finds Ellie Britt for the three-pointer. And that's not going to fall. As here goes Clarkston. Mazer driving. And she's going to put it up and through for 2.
Unfortunately for Lake Orion's case, Mazer goes down and says, "I'm bigger than you." Just gets up to the basket, puts it in.
It's a very big, crucial key in tonight's game, as we've seen so far. Nevaeh Wood with the long 2 as she hits one of her own buckets. And here goes Seatown now. Claire Walker over to Hernandez on the right side. Mazer And that is going to be a 3-point attempt short by Valencia. And Ellie Britt gets the rebound. Dragons down by 1. Could this be the possession that LO needs to take advantage and take the lead? Nevaeh Wood going for another long 2 at the free throw line. This time it's not going to fall. Here goes Covert, the freshman, going down the lane. Finds Valencia down low. Whistle and a foul as Poplawski helps Valencia up after her tough fall. And Valencia is going to attempt 2 free throws now at the strike.
Yeah, that was a pretty tough foul, but I'm sure Clarkston won't complain as they're only up 1 now. This is the factor that's going into the later game. It's these free throws that are so consistently in this physical presence of a game. I mean, these are really important parts of the game, is these free throws.
And as you say that, Matt, Valencia hits her first, and some substitutions now for both sides. As for Clarkston, it's going to be number 11, Kiera Zorski. And for LO, it's going to be Grace Hohenscheid as Poplawski heads to the bench. Second free throw is no good. Lead is only going to stay at 37-35 apiece. Under 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Lots of threes here. Down low to Polacek. Passes tipped away and stolen. Covert now taking it up the court. Past the half-court line. Past the three-point line. Euro step. Almost tried to put it up. No good, though. Rebounded, taken away by Lake Orion. Watlinski. Izzy Watlinski being trapped. Down low to Polacek. Spin move. Back out to Grace Hohenscheid. Hohenscheid for the 3. No good. It does not fall. Ellie Britt gets the rebound, though. Looking for help. That's going to be a turnover. Hernandez taking it. And before she can get the cross-course pass for an easy lay-in, there's going to be a foul on number 41, Ryan Polacek, for the Lady Dragons, as there's a stoppage of play. And now for Seatown, they got Mazer checking back in. Walker's going to head back to the bench. Mazer has it. Hernandez back to Mazer. Here goes the Dragons now in their zone defense. Back out to Hernandez for the triple. Too long, though, as now it's rebounded by Seatown and put back through for Zorski, the junior, her first basket of the night. Ellie Britt now to Grace Hohenscheid. Over to Polacek. Swings it to Watlinski. Izzy Watlinski now. Finds Hohenscheid. Hohenscheid to Polacek. Ryan Polacek gives it up to Ellie Britt, the senior point guard, at the top of the key, going left side. And the Dragons need a basket here. This is a crucial possession. And there's going to be a whistle and a foul. This time it appears to be on Clarkston, as the Dragons will inbound it from beneath the basket. On the baseline, Bridges calling out a play to his players. That will be 4 team fouls on Clarkston this quarter. Ellie Britt to inbound the ball. She's going to give it up to Watlinski. Deep spin move. Finds Ellie Britt for the triple. Splash! Ellie Britt, the senior, shooting like string of music here in the field house. What a play.
I mean, that's her specialty, Ben. This is what she's done the past 6 games. It's the only reason the Dragons are in the game is from her three-point presence. This is how they really get back into these games. It's just her three-point percentage play. It's very efficient.
She's a very good sharpshooter from beyond the arc, Matthew, and we've seen it here on multiple occasions here tonight. Clarkston has it now. That's going to be a turnover just as I say that. And LO to inbound the ball now. 39-38 is your score with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Ellie Britt now. She finds Watlinski on the left side. Izzy Watlinski. And now Ellie Britt, one of the 4 seniors on this team, finds Nevaeh Wood, the junior transfer from Oxford. Too long, rebounded by Polacek, though. Still no good. And a fight on the ground for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball, according to the referee. Possession arrow favors Clarkston. And the Lady Dragons stay with their full court press here. as Covert finds some separation. Mazer now. Tipped pass, almost stolen away again. This time it is ripped away. Ellie Britt has it now after Nevaeh Wood with the great defensive effort. And the Clarkston fan base is not liking the no call there, as Ryan Polacek has it now. Walensky almost loses it out of bounds. She does, and it will be a turnover as things are starting to get heated inside of the field house here tonight.
Yeah, Clarkston fan base really not liking that call. It's tough to say. Obviously, we're pretty far away. It kind of did look pretty clean to me. Obviously, hands around the ball, it does get a little skeptical when, you know, you got all these like hands on moving. You can't really tell from
Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. Physicality is a special theme for the rivalry here in any sport, as that shot is put up, and Seatown wondering where the call is again. You can hear the shouts in the background as there is a whistle, and it appears to be a foul on the Wolves this time. And with 12.5 seconds left to go in the third quarter, clock is ticking down. Ellie Britt brings it past half court. Underneath 10 seconds left to go. Nevaeh Wood takes the pass, finds Polacek. Polacek going in. Puts it up. Contact, no foul there. And the clock is going to run out. That might have just been a redemption play, though Bridges is smiling and looking at the referee, trying to wonder where that call went. Well, your score at the end of the third quarter is 39-38. We are going to be entering fourth quarter prime time here in a little bit. But Matthew, we've seen so much physicality here tonight. How does that impact the game and impact possible future matchups in this rivalry?
I mean, it's definitely impacted Lake Orion in a positive way. I think that's the way they want to play. I think that's why you have Polacek. I think that's why you have Nevaeh Wood. And then obviously, once you dish it out to Britt and then gives her open looks, that helps them as well because she's very efficient from beyond the arc. So I think that's the type of style the Dragons want to play today.
Well, that's the type of style that head coach Bob Bridges wants every team that he coaches to play. You know, you looked at last year's team. A name that sticks out in particular is Maddie Ebert, currently playing ball at Baldwin Wallace University, one of the 4 senior girls last year to go play on at the next level. Maddie Ebert was a defensive weapon for the Dragons last season. You'd see double-digit steals by her name so many times last season. It seemed like every time I called a game, I would say her name at least 10 times for the defensive effort that she displayed. We've seen it now with multiple players in this Dragon system as Bridges talks to his team. And now it's going to be Hernandez inbounding the ball for the Clarkston Wolves. Mazer has it. Valencia going right side baseline. Picks up her dribble. Cross-court pass. That's going to go out of bounds as Covert tried to save it, but was unsuccessful. Ellie Britt now to bring it past the half-court line. Grace Hohenscheid has it. Down low to Watlinski. Watlinski puts it up. The design play does not work. Nevaeh Wood gets the rebound, though. Back out to Polacek. Polacek going left side. Tipped. And out of bounds. The ball will stay with the Dragons. And checking in for Lake Orion now will be number 25, Danny Heck, and number 20, Charlotte Poplowski. Watlinski and Hohenscheid go to the bench for some rest. Danny Heck almost loses the ball, though she gets it, and now it's going to be Nevaeh Wood. Wood trying to create some separation. Finds Danny Heck left side. Over to Charlotte Poplowski. Now down low to Polacek. Some physicality down low, and a whistle and a foul. This time on Clarkston. It's going to be on Marley Mazer, the junior, as Mazer heads to the bench. And Mayer checks into the game. Ellie Britt to inbound it to Nevaeh Wood. Wood, spin move, finds her open lane, puts it up with some contact. Hand in her face. And that's going to be a foul, sending Nevaeh Wood to the free throw line. And Nevaeh Wood, a very special player. She played 8th grade ball under Coach Bridges at Oakview Middle School, then went to multiple different programs, multiple different schools, ended up at Oxford last year, tore her ACL. Now she's back after transferring back here. We've seen her have so many great games this season, though recently she's been in a slump. Tonight, though, seems she's kind of almost broken out of it, Matt.
And I think the reason is that she falls under the perfect philosophy of Bridges. I mean, she fits his game plan perfectly. She's this power forward that just gets to the bucket, uses her size as her advantage, and just absolutely dominates at the rim.
Well, I don't know if anybody heard that out there, but that was once again some cries, this time from the Lake Orion side, as Poplawski was called for a foul. She heads to the bench, and Watlinski stays in the game. 39-38 is your score with 7 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in fourth quarter prime time. Covert to Hernandez. Hernandez picks up her dribble. Now to Mayer. Mayer to Covert. Covert finds Claire Walker over to Hernandez. Hernandez has it at the top of the key, calling some plays out. Covert, the freshman. Claire Walker now. Clarkston is trying to find a shot, though Lake Orion is holding them with a great defensive effort. Covert has it right side, almost on the OAA logo. Claire Walker now. Over to Valencia. And the Dragon defense holding strong as Clarkston can't find any open shot. Claire Walker now. Valencia swings it to Hernandez. Hernandez for the triple. That ball is short and rebounded by Danny Heck. Heck up to Watlinski. Great pass right there, threading the needle as Watlinski goes left side. Whistle, contact, and a foul. This time it'll be on number 32, the senior Kate Meyer.
Yeah, too many fouls for this Clarkston team. 2 minutes through the fourth quarter and 3 fouls. This is another factor that's going in. It's been consistent throughout the quarters. It's been Clarkston foul, Clarkston foul. They really have to understand they can't be doing that in this close of a game this late.
Ellie Britt to inbound the ball. Errant pass, and it looks like it's going to be stolen by Covert. She takes the ball up the court. Danny Heck trying to stop her, though her efforts will lead to none, as that is going to be a foul called on the sophomore. And C-Town will inbound it down below. As Elia Morgner checks in the game for the Wolves. Walker heads to the bench. And Morgner to inbound it now for Clarkston. Covert has it. Down low to Morgner. Morgner in trouble. Foul on the floor. As that's going to be on number 25, Danny Heck, once again. It's been a stalemate as of late, Matt. You know, not many points, not any points have been scored recently on the offensive end from both sides. Maybe that changes on this possession. Valencia going right side, trying to pick on the sophomore. Doesn't work. As Mazer looking for help, splits the trap. And there are your first points in over 3 minutes of play. Danny Heck. Now Watlinski at the top of the key. Dragons down by 3 points. As Watlinski out to Ellie Britt for the triple. Can she sink the battleship? She does. It only takes one, Matthew.
It does, especially when it's beyond the arc with Ellie Britt, 3 for 5 now. Really good performance from her right now as she's guiding this comeback, 11 points since halftime.
She has played outstanding in this second half as she knocks it up at 41 apiece after that extremely valuable triple. And a timeout is going to be called here. But regardless of the timeout, we don't care about no timeout, Matt. We're having fun talking up here, talking about different things like Nevaeh Wood. We talked about her earlier in her transfer process. The fact that she's come back to play for her former 8th grade head coach, Bob Bridges. How does that feel coming back to play for a coach that you're already familiar playing for?
I mean, I think it builds on the chemistry you had previously. Normally, when you transfer, you don't really know the program. Well, she's already been in it, so it gets rid of that, oh, I got to learn all this new system. I got to learn this, I got to learn that. Well, she's already played in it, so it's an instant transfer that happens, and that's really good to see for Nevaeh Wood.
You're exactly right. And now, and it appears Clarkston to inbound the ball after that Ellie Britt three-pointer. Covert swings it to Mazer. Mazer driving right baseline as Covert has it. Valencia swings it to Hernandez. Hernandez bringing it back up top. Now it's going to be Covert, the freshman, going right side. Speedy and quick as Valencia swings it to Mazer. Hernandez now, as the Dragons defense is playing at a phenomenal level right now, not letting any easy shots come. As Danny Heck goes for the ball, it's going to be a miss. Morgner tries to go down low. She hits the and one. After the aggressive miss by Danny Heck, maybe a second too late, that created a 4-on-5 opportunity, and Clarkston converts as Morgner heads to the free throw line.
Yeah, you can see it from Clarkston's offensive attack. Once Danny Heck moves, boom, instant. Get in the paint. You're outnumbered. Puts it up, gets the and one. Perfect play by Clarkston.
The junior is going to attempt her and one free throw here. Here goes Morgner. She puts it up and in, extending the Clarkston lead to 3 as your score is 44-41. Just under 4.5 minutes left to go in fourth quarter prime time. Danny Heck finds Watlinski in the corner for the triple splash. Izzy Watlinski, the junior co-captain, ties it up at 44 apiece here in the field house. Mazer, she gives it to Valencia. Hernandez has it left side. Hernandez going down low now, gives it out to Mazer. Mazer going right side, puts it up, heavy contact whistle, and a foul on Orion.
This has been such a close game of recent. This is good to see Clarkston getting their points. Dragons getting their points. You're really showing their clutchness ability, which is great to see from these two teams.
Mazer now. She puts her first free throw attempt up, and it falls through as Danny Heck heads to the bench. Charlotte Poplowski checks back in. And Clarkston will call a full 60-second timeout. Aaron Goodnow needs to talk to his team, see what they do here. Matt, do you think a trick play could be coming up, maybe a shot off the front rim that allows Clarkston to set their offense back up?
I don't know about that. I don't know about the off-the-rim free throw. Yeah. I think you try to make that. But I think it's more about defensively.
Yeah.
I think it's more about put two guys in the paint, make sure they're covering Wood and Polacek. Maybe one to have like kind of spy type thing where it's looking in the middle, looking back, making sure nothing's going on in the middle, and then two on the wing, making sure Britt doesn't have that open three that has been their success in the second half. I think that's what's going on. I think it's the efficient defense they need to play to stop this paint presence, but then also Britt on the arc. So
you're saying that Goodnow is going to potentially pull all four of his players that are not shooting the free throw back, and he's going to let Lake Orion get that rebound if she misses.
Yeah, I mean, the plan is to make it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, obviously you want to make it. You might have one or two people down there, but definitely getting back on defense is more important because at the end of the day, you get 1 point from this. Well, Lake Orion could get 2 or 3. It's just not the differential you want. So obviously you see two players already back at half court. That is what I expected.
Playing it safe in this rivalry game, as Mazer is going to go to the free throw line, trying to extend it to a 2-point game after her first free throw hits. Marley Mazer, the junior now. puts it up, and after a lucky bounce on the front part of the rim, it falls through, so now the Dragons will have some ground to make up. Ellie Britt. Watlinski finds Poplawski. Here goes the Dragons offense. Polacek over to Watlinski. Watlinski receives the pick from Polacek, goes left side, stripped away by Covert, the freshman. That's a whistle and a foul on number 11, Ellie Britt, as Bridges cannot believe the call. And that is the 5th foul on LO, which means Covert, the freshman, will head to the free throw line, trying to move this to a 2-possession game.
That was a costly mistake by the Dragons. I know they weren't happy with the call, but you got to make it to where it's not like a question. You got to make it to where even if it wasn't obvious, it's not a question, so you don't get that unfortunate call randomly.
And as we were talking there, Matt, Ellie Britt heads to the bench. The sharpshooter for LO, big playmaker. As Covert hits her first, Shauna Cuesta, the foreign exchange student from Spain, checks in to the game for Britt. Here goes Covert. Big moment for the freshman on varsity. She misses her second one. It stays at a 1-possession game. Cuesta has it now. She finds Nevaeh Wood. Under 3.5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter for the ONTV game of the week. Poplawski moving right side, almost loses the ball as the nerves might be starting to come for some of the Dragons. Watlinski has it left side now. Moving. Finds Cuesta on the right corner. And Watlinski now trying to create some magic for the Lake Orion Dragons. Spin move, trying to find a lane. She creates a physical foul call. And Watlinski, the junior co-captain, will head to the strike.
Very smart play by Watlinski there, drawing the foul because no one was really open there. So you go to the paint, jump into him, may a little sell it a little bit, but perfectly played game plan by Watlinski right there.
And Watlinski hits her first, cutting the lead down to 2. 47-45 is your score. And Matt, we could be seeing a repeat of the JV game that took place only a couple of hours ago. Watlinski puts up her second one. It's not going to go, though there is a whistle and it appears to be a foul on Nevaeh Wood. Might be an over the back as Bridges is talking to the ref, questioning that call. Bridges is not liking that call, having some choice words with the ref. And it appears, since that was the 5th foul on Lake Orion, the Clarkston Wolves will head to the free throw line. Just a quick reminder for everyone out there, Bridges did get a technical foul for arguing with a ref only a couple of weeks ago in their game against Kingston.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a very heated guy. He's a very emotional guy on the court, which is good and bad, though, sometimes. I mean, the Clarkston wasn't even into their own territory yet. They were all the way on the opposite side of the court, and you give up a foul, just give them free chances at points. Mm-hmm. You can't have that this game when it's so close.
Hernandez hits her first free throw attempt. Now she's going to go for her second. It's going to go up, and it's not going to go through the legs of the freshman Covert. And here goes Watlinski. Watlinski to Poplawski, all the way to Cuesta. Cuesta picks up her dribble. Pressure from the defense as now Watlinski has it left side. Looks like she was going to pop the 3, takes it inside instead. Heavy contact, and there's another miss for Orion. Clarkston has it now. Covert taking it back up the top. Hernandez moving right side. Mazer has it. And whistle, it's going to be a timeout for good now. So with that timeout, 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in fourth quarter prime time. 48-45 is your score, and it seems like the Dragons have stuttered a little bit here. They've sputtered out as of recent. Their flame not as bright in these past couple of possessions. Matt, what do they have to do in order to regain some of their prior momentum?
I just feel like Clarkston's not scared of the perimeter. I feel like they know what's going to happen. They know they're going to try to go to the paint. They know what's happening. And obviously, Britt's out. Obviously, that plays a factor into it. But there has to be another answer for the Dragons. You have to have another option for when your game plan of just going to the bucket goes south. You have to be able to pass back, have that confidence that someone can drain a long 2 or 3-pointer later in this game.
You're exactly right about that, Matt, as Clarkston is now going to inbound the ball from underneath the basket. That's going to be Hernandez. Hernandez now to inbound it for Clarkston. She will get the ball as here goes Seatown. Valencia, motion offensive style, as this is almost a keep away game for Clarkston against the Dragons. Hernandez, Valencia now going right side, a limited amount of pressure as Hernandez swings it to Mazer. Back to Hernandez up top. 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter prime time. Hernandez over to Covert, bounce pass down low, had an easy point, out of bounds. Ball will go to Lake Orion. Clarkston had an easy basket underneath, gave it away, and now the Dragons have an opportunity to tie this game at 48 apiece. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. Watlinski. Poplowski now on the left side. Nevaeh Wood has it up top. Moving left side. Over to Charlotte Poplowski for the triple. It's going to be short and off the front side of the rim. Rebounded by Watlinski, though. It's going to be another miss. And out of bounds. Ball stays with Lake Orion. So the Dragons had the shot that they wanted. They couldn't convert. As now it might be time to sub Ellie Britt back in the game, Matt. You know, your number one big playmaker, keeping Quest in the game is a questionable decision.
Yeah, only a minute and 10 seconds left. I mean, even if you foul, that makes you down 2 possessions. You might as well get the risk.
Popowski for the 3, no good off the backside of the rim. Rebounded by Polacek, though. Polacek to Watlinski in the corner for the triple. Nylon! Izzy Watlinski.
Let me call Watlinski, the dealer.
Pointer. She deals the ace of spades as she knocks the game up at 43 apiece. Hernandez has it now for Clarkston. Pass to Covert. Watlinski on her defensively. The junior co-captain has been all around the floor here tonight. Nevaeh Wood almost making the trap. Covert, her taking it herself down low, no good. And Popowski has the ball. Under 30 seconds, 20 seconds left to go. Whistle and a timeout by Bridges. He's telling his players to calm down, and with 20.2 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, 48-48 is your score. Matt, we might be witnessing history.
100%. Rivalry game tied at 48. 20 seconds left. You have the final shot. You cannot give up this chance. You know, you got the final shot. Clarkston should not even have a chance to win this game right now. You either go to OT or you win it here, and you cannot just give up this opportunity.
You're 100% right. We've seen this situation so many different times. Really, we've seen a lot of this from the boys' side of last season. You know, Lake Orion, the boys' team, had so many opportunities down the stretch of so many big games. They failed to convert, though. Now on the girls' side, they've seen so much success from the past couple of years. Let's see what happens here tonight. This could be a repeat of the JV game in which sophomore Jazz Randolph put in the go-ahead basket as time expired to win the game. Let's see what happens here tonight. Poplowski to inbound the ball now for Lake Orion. Watlinski has the ball. Under 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Watlinski taking it right side. The Dragons whistle, and that's going to be a foul, as that is Clarkston's 5th. That will send the junior co-captain to the free throw line with 13.1 seconds left to go in fourth quarter prime time. Bridges takes a sip of water, and his junior co-captain has the opportunity to give the Dragons their first lead of the entire second half. Watlinski puts her first one up, and it's short. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen, as Watlinski has the opportunity here to put her team ahead. She does. Clarkston now looking for any way to come up clutch. 10 seconds left to go in the game. Hernandez taking it up the court. Contact. And it's going to be a timeout as Clarkston got it across half court. 49-48 is your score. 8.2 seconds left to go in the game. Matt, what are you drawing up for Aaron Goodnow right now for Clarkston?
I mean, it's definitely a nail biter. I would say you're down one. I say give it to the paint. You draw a foul, you only need 1 point. You get the layup, you're up 1 point. You know, I'd say don't go around this perimeter. You know, a three-pointer doesn't really help much. Yes, like the two-pointer is just as good in this scenario. It's a more likely chance to happen.
Well, Matt, you know, we've seen so many calls of fouls in this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're Clarkston, you gotta be looking to get it down low. And I mean, if you get an open opportunity hitting the layup, go ahead and take advantage of it. But at least you have to try to get to the free throw line to do what Izzy Watlinski did for the Dragons there. Remember, 2 points takes the lead for Clarkston. Only one is needed to tie it up. 49-48, 8.2 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Here we go. Fans are invested inside of the LOHS Fieldhouse. Valencia to inbound it now. Mazer down low, it's almost stolen away, tipped out of bounds. Ball will stay with Clarkston. 5 seconds flat, and a great defensive effort right there by the junior Charlotte Poplawski. Morgner to inbound it now for the Wolves. Deep pass. It's going to be the Covert. Back down low. Poplawski gets the steal. And as time expires, no whistle, no stoppage of play. And that is going to be the final score here inside of the Lake Orion High School Fieldhouse as your Lady Dragons have just defeated the Clarkston Wolves 49-48, splitting the regular game series at 1 apiece. Now, after that electrifying finish, let's send it down to my buddy Kyle Purdy, our sideline reporter. Kyle, what do you got for us?
Thanks, guys. Hey, 49-48 in favor of the Dragons. I think down the stretch, the game came down to getting into foul trouble, knocking down those free throws, and hitting those clutch shots. All these factors, I think, led to the Dragons taking the 49-48 victory. That's all for my game recap. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Kyle. And as we said before, what an electrifying finish for the Dragons here tonight. And honestly, this is a game that we haven't seen in a while. After their 2-game series loss against West Bloomfield, first game taking place earlier in the season, second game taking place last week. This is a huge game that shows the Lady Dragons what they can do if they play their best. For everybody on this crew here tonight, my name is Ben Shadle, along with Matthew Corrigan, Kyle Purdy on the sideline. Thank you for tuning in. Farewell, folks.